Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.
It's been a good couple of weeks in true form. We like to just wait in between podcasts.
But I remember at the end of the last one, we said something along the lines of like, it'll probably be next year that we're back. And it's not.
And I reckon you also may have promised baking me something in the last one.
That's right. I'll get there.
Let's forget about the last one. Here's the new one.
The new one.
Lots has happened in the past month.
Yes, TikTok's been a big thing during all of this
Generally,
coronavirus stuff.
During coronavirus.
Yeah, and foodies are getting around it now as well, which is cool.
Black Lives Matters is big, is serious, is important, and it has affected food.
Yeah, this has been a really big one and a real sort of hot debate as well. Speaking of hot debate, I don't know what I'm saying
I suspect you're trying to get into Snoop. Yeah, Snoop has teamed up with something very foodie. Snoop Dogg makes it into today's podcast, and Italian nonnas just being good at the food thing.
That's just their thing. That's what they do. Also, I've got a little controversial story about something that happened at an Adelaide restaurant, corona-related as well.
Did it involve Taylor Jones doing a Snoop Dogg impersonation?
It did not. Thank God.
All right. Story one. Let's start with the biggest story in the world right now, probably second to coronavirus or...
Yep.
They're right alongside each other.
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
Obviously, lots of people are trying to make changes since we're all finding out there's very obvious systemic racism, not just in the US, but maybe everywhere in the world. We all need to stop and go.
Yeah. And there's been the huge protests in the US. It's been really ugly, but really important.
But there's been little things as we all stop and try and educate ourselves and think more and do more. There are some companies making big changes to some of our favourite food items. And I want to be honest and say some of these things I didn't realise were racist.
Probably a lot of people didn't as well, which is perhaps why they feel it's important to bring it up.
So the first one that happened was I don't know who makes them, but Eskimo pies was the first one to go. So they're the...
It's like an ice cream, isn't it?
They're an ice cream,
yeah.
and the little man on the box for those ice creams is a little Eskimo.
Yeah.
Right, which they're going to change now because it's offensive to the Inuits, and I hope I'm saying that right. So Inuit are the cultural indigenous people inhabiting the Arctic regions of Greenland, Canada, and Alaska.
Wow, right.
So the word Eskimo is in fact kind of derogatory.
Yeah, which I actually had no idea.
No, especially with the little cute guy with his little jacket on.
Yeah.
It's wrong. So they're going to cut that. And there was an interview I saw in The Guardian, and there was one Inuit woman, and she said no one ever knows what an Inuit is or what that means because everyone calls them Eskimos.
I was going to say the word is never used.
So, all right, fair call. I put my hand up to say I didn't know that either. So maybe good change. Here in Australia, Nestle is going to be changing the Redskins and the Chicos.
Yeah. Thoughts? I had this, I'm going to say it was a debate with my family over family dinner last night.
Good.
So that's fun, dinner table conversation. I personally have absolutely no problem with this. I think if anyone is possibly offended by changing the name, it does not affect me at all. They're still going to make the products. They're just giving it a new name.
Love chocolate-flavoured lollies.
Exactly.
I'm still going to love the fact Redskins are so bad for my teeth no matter what they're called.
They still taste so good. Exactly. That's not going to change. It's just the name. And it's honestly something I have never even thought about with either of those lollies. But now that you do, it's kind of like, well, yeah, perhaps that's not okay.
Yeah, I didn't realise how offensive Redskins was because if you don't really, as a kid, you just kind of take the packet, you don't really look at it.
Yeah.
But it's very much taking, a derogatory take on Indian Americans, Native Americans.
Yeah. And I reckon it's suggested on the packet as well.
Yeah,
or am I making that up?
No. When you look at the packaging, I think it's kind of diluted in previous years and rebranded. Yeah. When you look at the packaging, it is. But I never noticed that before.
Yeah. And the little Chico baby lollies as well. Same sort of thing. So that's it's a Latino, would you
Yeah,
say?
because Chico means little boy in Spanish.
Yes. Yeah.
Call them chocos.
Of course,
Would that
it's these
still
little...
be? I don't know. Would that still be offensive? Now we don't know. I don't know where
I'm
they're
not
going to
sure.
go. One more I want to add is they're changing another one called. Have you seen the Uncle Ben's?
No.
Uncle, have you seen that before?
I feel like
Uncle
I've heard of
Ben's?
this. Passed
I see them in
over.
the supermarket. Uncle Ben's makes savoury things like rice and stuff.
Oh, I was talking about this with someone the other day, and I hadn't heard of Uncle Ben's, but we were talking about it in the context of rice. Yeah.
That's going to change.
Right.
And see, that one there confused me because I just thought Ben was a bloke who looked like that.
Yeah.
And he made some. I thought he was the Dick Smith of, America.
Yeah.
But
Not
no,
the
that's
case.
going to change. But the one that it got me kind of in a bit of a family friend argument
Oh, yeah.
was so this is good. Change is good.
Yeah.
Pointing out some things that have been wrong for so long. I'm all about it. Some people maybe are pushing in the wrong direction too far. So one lady hit out at Kellogg's and said, "When are you going to change Cocoa Pops, the monkey on the Cocoa Pops?"
Oh, right.
So her argument, and she's gone viral. So she
Right.
suggested that it was offensive that the monkeys on the Cocoa Pops, which are brown,
Yeah.
and then the little skater kids are on the rice bubbles, which are white. So she's
Right.
drawn the line there, and she's had a lot of people come in and attack her. I mean, there's no need to attack people.
No.
But,
Unnecessary. But that's, I mean, gosh, look, if there was ever any sort of correlation between the two, I never made it in my head.
Yeah, and
so
I think
now
making
I
the
have.
correlation is the wrong bit because a lot of people are saying, if you look at the other characters, Kellogg's just likes putting
Yeah, and then they've got like the
animals.
lion on the sugar frosties
Yeah, and
all
apparently
of that.
there is like white chocolate Cocoa Pops you can find, and there is cocoa flavored
Yeah,
rice
there are.
bubbles, and the little characters don't change. So I just, in that case, the
jury's
kids
out on
like
that one.
kids like animals.
Yeah.
And I mean, good on her for trying to like just point something out.
Yeah, look, it'd be the same thing. I mean, if Kellogg's came out and said, hey, we're changing it, the little mascot person or whatever you call them for Cocoa Pops, I wouldn't actually care.
No, I mean, I'd miss the little monkey.
I miss him. He's cute.
He's very cute, and
Yeah.
I love Cocoa Pops.
And I
My
love Cocoa
God.
Pops, so as long as they don't get rid of them. But if they changed it, I wouldn't really care. It doesn't affect me. But is there anything sort of sinister, if that's the right word, in
Having
that parenting?
animals
I think you're right. I think it's
don't
just
know.
a thing for the kids with that one.
But happy to change the Redskins and the Chico. I'm intrigued as to what they're going to call them.
I know. Be very interesting.
All right. Lightening things up. Lightening. Let's
Lightening
lighten things up.
Let's do it. Yes, I'm going to do just that with TikTok, the app that I was going to say we all know and love, but you are really not a fan, are you?
No, I have a little personal vendetta.
Against TikTok.
It's not a vendetta. Look, I just hate that every song that's being picked for the radio now is based on if it's famous on TikTok or not, and that's not always a good decision. Yeah. I have opinions on Jason Derulo's latest song, and they're not good ones. Anyway.
Yes, well, because we're trying to lighten the mood here. So there's been a whole heap of sort of food challenges going around TikTok, but there were two that have sort of stood out and really taken the world by storm a bit. The first one, I don't know if you saw it, was just the mini pancakes as cereal. This one I don't get. People were just like basically filling cereal bowls with mini pancakes.
But they made themselves?
Yeah.
Why?
Weird. So I don't know. It's a lot of work, and then it's basically eating pancakes with milk. To me, I just don't get it. But everyone, like, that was huge, and so people were uploading their photos with the hashtag food challenge thing, and then it was a big thing. I saw like some of the big food bloggers and stuff
Doing
like,
it.
around the world doing it, but making it fancy because that's their job.
Yeah,
That's the
okay.
whole thing. The other one,
Yes.
which I'm proud to say I have tried.
Hey! Is that video proof?
There is no video proof.
Well, then
I'm
this
sure
is-
I'm going to keep doing it.
Okay.
So I can provide
Oh,
video
please
proof.
do. Put it on the Insta.
It's the frozen cereal challenge.
What?
So it's basically you put your cereal in the freezer overnight, not with milk, just like
Cold.
a bowl of cold. And so it'll depend on what it is. Like you'd want it to be something like either like Nutrigrain or
Fruit Loops,
rice
I'm
bubbles again,
picturing
Cocoa
fruit,
Pops.
Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops would be perfect
Okay.
for this. Sugar Frosties, that sort of thing. Something with sugar probably is best.
Okay.
In the freezer overnight, take them out in the morning, add your milk. It's just like extra cold extra crunchy, and it
is
is
it
honestly
solid?
life-changing.
So it's a solid, like an ice block in the end, or they're just
No,
cold?
no, so they're just cold.
So you still just scoop it out of the
and
bowl?
then you still just scoop it out of the bowl
you put
with
milk
your
on top?
milk.
You
yeah,
do?
Yeah, so then you add your milk. Oh my gosh, it is so good. I was just scrolling through my TikTok and I saw so many people doing it, and everyone's going, this is like a game changer. It is going to change your life. Oh my gosh, it does.
I'm okay with that because I put chocolate in the freezer by choice.
Yeah, that's...
Like, I put like Tim Tams in there, mint slices.
That'd be good because they wouldn't freeze completely.
they're
Whereas
like-
if you put a block in, that'd like that
I'm
would break
thinking,
your teeth.
what if we put the milk with the cereal and then freeze that into ice blocks?
I think...
I think you don't get TikTok, Rosalie.
This is why you're not part of the TikTok community. No, I mean, you could try it. It'd just be hard to eat.
I'm going to start a new TikTok trend. You just watch me.
Watch it take off. Watch you go viral.
I'm not going to. Okay, let's talk. Nonnas are amazing. Italian grandmothers, obviously famous for having strong opinions, which nobody asked for, and for making really great food.
The best. And not just like one lot of food. Like you're going to go over to their place and it'll be like, come for dinner, but it will be 10 courses.
Oh my God, like legitimately, that is my life every Wednesday night
I'm so jealous.
at my husband's nonna's house.
Oh.
I'm like, the other day I was like, I don't think I'm ready to eat 3 courses tonight. And we did.
It's the dream.
Pasta,
I think I wanna-
cutaletti and dessert.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
cutaletti. That's the little like schnitzel type thing.
It's a schnitzel.
Yeah, but with like usually a bit of lemon
Parmesan
and stuff.
cheese,
and
lemon,
like,
yeah.
oh.
But
Yeah.
this nonna
So good.
I believe it was in Italy, it was in the Marche region. She had brain surgery, which is pretty serious. And have you heard during some brain surgeries, doctors get people to do things? So in the past, people have sung opera, they've watched cartoons. So some of them, they keep you awake
gosh.
to make sure, I don't know, but there's some surgeries where they need the patient to be awake during these surgeries.
So they get them to do these things.
So they get them to
during
do
it.
things.
So
I'm not a
weird.
doctor. I don't know why. I just know they do these. So this lady, while having brain surgery. Oh, here, I read it. Look, I should just read the article. To reduce the risk of damaging the vital organ, according to a report Wednesday. That didn't explain anything.
We're learning at the same time.
Yeah, let's learn together. It allows us to monitor the patient when we work on their brain functions and to calibrate our action. Again, don't know. But look, point of the story is, what did this lady do
Brain's
while
working
she was
overtime.
having brain surgery? Well, this 6-year-old Italian woman stuffed olives, 90 of the breaded and fried olives in this little makeshift kitchen they put together in the surgery area. Have you ever had a stuffed olive?
That cannot be good for the olives. This is not a sterile.
I would
well, no, it is a sterile
It'd be the
environment.
most sterile
but yeah,
environment.
That's
It'd
true.
be sterile,
But
more
it's
sterile
a
than
bit
some restaurants I've indulged
Yeah,
in.
probably would be.
Yeah, she made.
Yes, and I have tried stuffed olives.
So her
Oh my
her
gosh.
2 little hands would have been going, so they could see that whatever they were doing was working, and they were apparently Ascoli style green olives, served stuffed with meat, coated in fried breadcrumbs over the course of an hour.
I wonder if they were just as good as when she'd normally do them from the kitchen at home.
Like, I've constantly said I'm going to make these for dinner parties, and I never have because it's too hard.
Oh, really? And
I
she's
mean,
done it during
If
brain
a woman
surgery.
can do it during brain surgery, I could probably do it while watching Netflix, you know?
I don't know, just like one thing at a time.
What is story 3?
Story 3. Oh, I just wanted to bring this one to your attention because I think you actually missed it at the time during the week. But Sneaky Pickle is a little like super casual restaurant here in Adelaide.
That's the name of the restaurant.
Sneaky Pickle is the name of the restaurant. Yeah.
It's weird because when I think Sneaky Pickle, I think Pickle Rick from Rick and Morty, and then I feel uncomfortable.
The name Sneaky Pickle is actually, I don't know, something about it sounds a bit gross. Anyway, that has nothing to do with the restaurant because the restaurant is actually really good. Super casual. It's that kind of like American.
I was picturing like Reuben
low-slow
sandwiches.
cooking. Yeah, that sort of thing. Mac
Yum.
and cheese, all of that. And of course, there's little like pickles in or on everything. Anyway, they put this video on their Instagram the other day, and it was basically CCTV footage from their restaurant because they had a bit of an issue with some awful reviews that were going up online, and they were starting to go viral because they were this bad. There was this woman who basically was going online and saying, you know, we had a booking here saying the staff at Sneaky Pickle, they were awful, and going and saying, like I had an elderly person with me because of Corona and stuff. We wanted to sort of sit her down as fast as possible. They weren't letting us, even though we had a booking, this and that. And she said, like, the owner was getting really aggressive. He was touching me, like not inappropriately, just saying,
you touched your
Corona,
shoulder while
they're shoving, that sort of thing. Sneaky Pickle have obviously seen this. People are reading the review going, this is awful, and getting really angry.
So one bad review?
There were a few reviews, but I think it was all the same person.
Oh, okay, yep.
Yeah, and there was one like especially bad one.
Yep, and one bad review
since.
stuffs up your Google.
Well, that's it. It was going
rating.
like everyone was seeing it. My friends had
worst.
sent it to me on Messenger, and they were like, "Oh, we were going to go to this place next week." Like, I don't know now. This sounds awful. And Sneaky Pickle later that day, which was very quick and good thinking by them, put up the CCTV and said, "Hey guys, this is actually what's happened," and it's showing this.
I'm going to watch it now. I just found it and I've been resisting.
Getting quite sort of fired up at staff. The staff basically, you can see they're trying to explain. She did have a booking, yes, but they were just asking her apparently like.
So the really relaxed guy in the headband, he's the owner here.
He's the owner.
And
that's
the woman
apparently touching. You will see no touching
the
there.
woman
The
throwing her
CCTV.
hands up in the air, yelling, interrupting the other people. That's the woman who wrote the bad reviews.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know. So they've basically outed her and just said like,
We're
people
new. Please leave. Like that's
Yeah.
honestly, one bad review
can ruin you.
Yeah, especially when you're new and in COVID times. Who are these people?
Yeah, I know, it's so bad. And so basically they were just wanting to, and I'm wanting to, like spread the message of being understanding during like while all these businesses are coming back during Corona, like they will operate differently, restaurants and kitchens and stuff. And like people are going to blow their lids at small things, but you just got to be patient.
Yeah, that's
Like,
okay.
don't be an
Sneaky
idiot.
pickle. I want to go because pickle's a
Yeah,
fun
go.
word to say.
Get the mac and cheese.
All right, we've left the best till last.
Yes.
Snoop Dogg making an appearance.
What a man.
In the OK Now I'm Hungry podcast for very good reason. He is look, we thought Kim Kardashian was a big get for
Was it Uber?
That's the
Uber
one.
Eats.
With Magda Szymanski.
Yeah. Menulog have upped the ante on this one, haven't they?
Yep. Snoop Dogg
Snoop
has
Dogg.
jumped on board. This is so weird.
It's so wild. We've got a little bit of audio here.
Yep.
Just on my
Straight off your phone
Just
because
straight
we
off
are
the
so
phone.
high tech.
I know, I'm trying to get it. Here we go.
Apparently they want to...
Do this doggy
All
style.
right, here we go.
Somebody say, me, get delivery like a G. See, hungry dogs gotta eat.
I saw the full version the other night on TV.
So just turn it down so it's like we've got it in the background,
Yeah.
like we're using
And
really
the
high-tech
lyrics,
stuff.
the lyrics are very clever.
It's very cool.
It's weird. It's very Snoop. I enjoy that they write paid actor at the bottom of the ad.
Do they?
Yeah,
Just
I
so
mean,
we
one,
know.
he's a rapper,
I'm going to
isn't
turn
he?
it off. It's really distracting.
And two, what a strange get, you may think. Or is it? Because apparently, and no, this is a fact, Snoop Dogg was pulled in not just because he can write a rap.
Yeah, a good song about menus and logs.
Also, the song hasn't changed that much. Can we put it out there? The song has just been slowed down. It's
and
the
he's just
same
been
song.
like a G, like just add a little.
But it's because he has a
lines.
cookbook. Remember, he had from cook to crook.
From cook to crook.
And it
Or
did
crook
involve
to cook?
a lot of, he does involve a lot of marijuana in his cooking.
Yes. Yeah. So an interesting cookbook, but a cookbook nonetheless.
So
good
that
for
is
him.
kind of why they pulled him in. And also because he's Snoop and
Yeah.
he can write a song. And it's hilarious. The ad is so weird, but hilarious.
I kind of love it though. I love all the celebrities doing these big like endorsements with. I mean, I hope they're not getting paid millions. They probably are.
It makes me feel
even though they've already
uncomfortable
got it.
because I don't think the cut for the drivers is that big. And I always feel guilty when I say big. I'm sorry to bring everyone. I don't know the numbers. I could
think
be
that's
wrong.
true. Yeah.
But the drivers don't get heaps.
Yeah.
And somewhere in between, the restaurant has to get a cut. And then these celebrities are going to be paid
I know.
millions.
When are we going to be offered a Menulog ad, Rosie? Gosh,
I
that's
can
basically
write
what
a
we're
song.
trying to
What's
say.
left? Deliveroo. We can come up with a song.
Did somebody say Deliveroo?
You can't use the same song.
I don't know. Do they have a song?
No, we have to come up with one. That's what we'll work on it. We'll
Deliveroo
workshop
like a
it for
G.
the for the next podcast. But how's this? So to help celebrate the fact that Snoop's got involved with Menulog, a bunch of restaurants around Australia have been serving up recipes out of his
You're kidding.
cookbook, and I found out that until
Marijuana infused.
okay, none of them. Okay, there's a big side note.
They're not.
big
I thought
asterisk.
they actually were. I was
No.
like, is this even legal?
No, it's not, which is why
Definitely not.
it's definitely not legal. They've picked some of his other favourites from the cookbook: Billionaire's Bacon, Get the Chip Fried Chicken Wings, his iconic gin and juice, and his brownies, but yes, without the special
there we
ingredient.
go.
And you can get them until, so we're a bit late to this, so hopefully we'll post this before July 3.
You've got one day to get it. We're recording on
this
July
ends on
2.
July 3. So for the past week, restaurants have been serving these up around the country. Apparently Milky Lane, Down and Out, Meat Patty, Chimek, all things not in South Australia. Nordburger, though, here, apparently
Yes.
doing it. I don't know which
You're
one,
kidding.
though.
I love Nordburger as well.
Yeah, I don't know if it's all of them or some of them, but Nordburger South Australia is doing some of Snoop's meals.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to Google it, and I'm absolutely getting that for dinner.
Menu log
That's
it.
the case. Oh yeah,
We're
I'm
not getting
excited.
paid by Menulog. That's because we're
No.
writing a jingle for Deliveroo.
Deliveroo. Easily sold. There is no loyalty in this room.
It's got to involve a kangaroo reference, obviously, right?
Why?
Deliveroo,
Oh.
Deliveroo, Deliveroo, the food delivery.
Oh, it's Skippy.
Gosh, I must be so off tune if it took you that long.
It was that bad.
And on that note,
That's us.
I don't think I can keep you here any longer. So thanks for staying this long.
Thanks for stopping by.
Bye.
See you in a year.
Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to AuscastNetwork.com for details.